Hello. Hi. Let's see here. I have new Mac, so I wonder, can someone write something in chat to make sure that my chat window is good here? That would be nice. Because otherwise I might have. Okay, Twitch is fine. That's cool. Let's see if someone's on YouTube as well. Say hi in chat. Yes, good, awesome. It works. That's really nice. Let's see here. How is everyone doing today? Come say hi in chat. It's always nice to know who's watching. We're gonna do some cool coding stuff today. I'm looking forward to it. First, I need to share the link on the socials. You know how it goes. Let's see here. How's my microphone, by the way? It kind of feels a bit off, but I don't really don't know why. We're live. So yeah, I have this new Mac. And I hope everything is properly set up. We might run into some issues. I've been using it for a week now, so it should be fine. Undefnul in Twitch saying it sounds good. Okay, that's great. Like, is the volume okay as well? I had to like export my OBS settings, and then it didn't really work, and it was really annoying. But yeah, I hope it's manageable. So today, oh yeah, I saw this repository, by the way. NASA. I don't know how to pronounce NASA stan. Anyway, a PHP stan extension that enforces to pronounce NASA. Okay, NASA stan. Okay, like the 10 to enforce the 10 rules they have at NASA. Avoid complex flow structures. All loops must have fixed bounds. Avoid heap memory allocation. Restrict functions to a single printed page. Minimum of 2 runtime assertions per function. Okay. Restrict the scope data to the smallest possible. Check the return value of all non-void functions. Wow. Use the preprocessor only for header files and simple macros. Limit pointer use to single dereference. Compile with all possible warnings active. Okay. Why should I use this extension? Great question. I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Yeah. This you need this if you want to fly to the moon with like less computing power than a mobile phone. That's basically where it came from. So, I mean, we're not doing that. Well, does it mean strict types is one? Yeah, I don't know. I want to work on some issues today. It's been like a super productive week for Tempest. Hey, someone says here, maybe low in volume. Let's actually see whether I can fix that here, because I can, and let's see, I can boost my audio a little bit. But how? Well, I know there are several ways of doing it, but wasn't there something like filters? Yeah, and then amplify. Gain. That's okay. I like. Be careful. I might get a little bit louder. I don't know. Let's add 5 dB, something like that. Yeah, we're doing some sound checking here. The thing is, I'm not monitoring myself from OBS. I'm doing that just with my audio interface because there is a little bit of delay with OBS, and that gets really annoying. So, yeah. I cannot hear what you're hearing, basically. Hey, let me say, like, tell me if it's like a little bit louder now, if that's okay. But we're gonna work on some issues. Hi, everyone in chat, by the way. It's great that you're here to watch me probably struggle with code. Although I'm really excited about a couple of things. I've tagged a couple of issues that I want to try to tackle today. I'm not sure if we'll manage everything, but we'll see. This is the first one. So we're just gonna dive in. View components in Tempest. There are a couple of ways you can define view components. Let's see here. There's the view component interface. Oh, and a view component. Maybe I should show that as well. Let's see here, the views. You can make your custom view components, right? And let's see. Oh, well, yeah, of course. So view components, they are HTML elements that basically start with X dash, and they are the way that the Tempest view uses inheritance and inclusion, because it tries to be very close to HTML. And so you can make these custom HTML components, and Tempest will compile them into normal HTML. And so one way of doing that is by having a PHP class that implements the view component interface. There are a couple of examples here, form, for example, but this still has to be improved a lot. It has to return a name, like to provide the tag name basically, and then render, compile into a string. And whenever Tempest then encounters X form, for example, it will basically render that component with some context information and stuff like that. That's the first way of doing it. The second way of doing it is to have like anonymous view components. Let's see here. This, for example. So this is just a .view.php file, and it gets discovered by Tempest automatically. And in it, you write X component, you give it a name, and then you give some HTML, right? And that's the way that anonymous view components work. They just are a view file. Now, Enzo suggested something that is like, why didn't I think of this earlier? If you have a file, and this is a good example, if you have a file called X dash and then a name, you don't actually need this anymore because you can already infer the name from the file. And basically that's what I want to add support for. Let's create a new file here, X file component.view.php. And these, yeah, this is the right place, and let's just say div hi, right? Now what we want to do is write a test here, Tempest view component test. Yep, over here. Let's just add it over here. So we're gonna say, what do we want to test? It's called file name component. Might have to come up with a better name. So all we want to do here, say HTML equals render. We're gonna render, what did we call it? X file component, like this, and we can just close it because we're not really doing anything with it. And over here we now expect this to work. That's what we want happening, right? Also, I just realized, well, my face is kind of on top of the test output, right? But I don't want to move it to the bottom because that makes it difficult for me. We'll see. If I'm in the way, shout. So basically we want to say that assert same, and it should be, let's see here, it should be this, right? HTML. That's what we want to achieve. If this test works, then we did what we had to do. Hey Seppo, by the way, in chat while we write code. Well, I'm writing code, but you can watch me struggle, right? Or you can, like what often happens during these live streams is that people pitch in and teach me a bunch of things, which is also, it has been a truly wonderful learning experience. So yeah, X-file. Yeah, X-file, true, the X-file. That's nice. So yeah, if this test works, then we can then we're done basically. Actually, let me go to a new branch, file view components, like this. And so it's going to be trivial to do, I think. View components discovery. This is the place where view components are discovered in Tempest, and also let me maybe zoom in a little bit. And so what happens is we have this method is used to discover the classes that implement view component. We're not interested in that. And then we have discover path. So if the path file doesn't start with .view.php, we won't discover the file. If it's not a file, then I actually don't think we need to do this check. It's interesting. Then we'll get the content from it, and then we'll see whether it contains components, blah, 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 right? So we still want this to work, basically, but we also want to just be able to look at the file name. So what we can do is, let's see here, file name equals path info, and then path file name, I guess, or is it base name? I think it's base name. It's always one of the two. Yeah. Yeah, so it includes .view, of course. Actually, let me let's do a path. Let's wrap it in the path function here. Let's say file name. Oh, it returns a string. That's annoying. Okay, never mind. It should return a string helper. So we'll say string in that case, and we'll say before the dot, and then toString. And this gives us, yeah, this gives us the right. Yeah. This is, of course, like, let's write out everything here. Yeah, I already saw it somewhere. X file component over here, and there are more, of course. Let's see. So what do we do next? We import this function, which is some kind of bug in PHP Storm, which I already reported, because annoying. Use function string. The reason what's going wrong here is that there's also a string function in the global namespace by Laravel, and we require Laravel for testing, for the Blade implementation, basically. And so PHP Storm doesn't suggest other imports when there already is a global function, which PHP Storm should handle that better. And I've already made an issue for that. But honestly, global functions, like, don't do it. It's like within a single framework where you own all the code, it's fine. But as soon as you try to use your code outside of the framework where there might be naming collisions, it is so annoying. Just don't do it. But yeah, of course, Laravel cannot change it anymore. But yeah. So if actually no, let's if file name starts with X, then we'll register the component as is, basically. So let's copy this. We'll have to clean it up a little bit. This discovery items, file name. Let's say toString to be sure, and then it will just be the whole file get contents path. Although there will be a slight issue here that we should fix, that I'm foreseeing. Some tests will fail because of this, but we'll fix it. Do you hear that? Tick, 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 tick. Weird. Some kind of interference. So we can say content over here. Content. Okay. So if the file name starts with X, we'll register it as an anonymous component. And if it doesn't contain, and then we'll have to return, of course, we really have to clean up this code. But yeah, and then everything else can happen here. The problem that we'll still have, and so this test will run now, that's good, so it works, but our tests will fail because there are some files named X that also have the X component name tag in them. So let's do it like this, and let's clean this up a little bit. So what was it? Ltrim, string ltrim, and then matches equals contents regex preg match. It's just match, right? Just clean it up a little bit, like so. And then over here we can say, let's always use just matches view. And this regex, it basically splits, like it gets rid of the component name stuff. And then we can say here, if not contents contains X component name equals. And actually we can refactor this to use matches here as well. If not matches something like this. Well, let's just, it's easier if not matches header or not matches, and then we'll say like we'll do it like this. So if the header and the view match isn't found, we'll just return. We can clean this up, and otherwise we'll add it like this. Actually, apparently we concatenate them again. Why? Oh, maybe I didn't have to do all of this. Corey here. Does anyone here write regex from scratch? My brain certainly turns off when I try to read it. So I have this this package here, Tempest Highlight, which is just like a whole bunch of regex to highlight code. It's a code highlighter. It's just regex. It's probably like close to, I don't know, 500, between 500 and 1,000 regex patterns, and I've written most of this by hand. So at this point, I know a thing or two about regex. Yeah. But yeah, it's not very clear. So actually, we didn't need to do all of that. But still, we made some improvements. Let's actually see then. So what should we do then? I'm not sure. If not, yeah, matches over here. The regex should handle the case where there are two spaces between X component and the name attribute. Actually, no. I don't really want to support that. It's of course easy, right? Like write it like this, and it works. But like if some, okay, maybe I should add it just for like clarity. Regex 101. Let's see. And let's so you're saying, was I right? Yeah. See, I didn't even have to test it. Okay, I'll add it. I won't be like so. Became a lot clearer now, the pattern. But yeah. So in this case, so we concatenate this stuff again. I don't understand why I did that, because we don't really need the X component tag anymore, but apparently we do, or I do. Let's see. Let's run our test suite again. Oh, no, this is definitely not better. I thought this was like going to be the easiest part, actually. If not matches header, yeah, and well, over here, if not, hang on, matches. Name view. I'm gonna refactor this to if not is set, matches name, matches header. Let's see, yeah, okay, that's better. Plus instead of, yeah, you're right, because we don't want 0 spaces, right? That's true. Because this would also match. It would still work, honestly, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, the star includes a 0, the 0 count. That's true. I knew that. I just didn't really think of it. Thanks for pointing that out. See, this is what I mean with we code together, right? Thanks, Slivo. No, Charlie, Karel. Bonjour, Karel, by the way. Okay, so we still have a failing test. Okay, so it's probably unrelated to what I was trying to do. But it is that, well, let's see, because I think X button usage. Oh, it registers this as a view component now. Okay, so that's just that we just say that that's not allowed anymore. It still doesn't work. Let's see here, because string cannot be resolved. Blah blah blah. Originally called in. Yeah, this is like a very weird thing, very weird error, but it will just be like the same issue, I guess, somewhere else. X view. Let's see. Yeah. So I thought this would have been fixed. Yeah, and we want that to work actually, because otherwise like things will break in too many places. So actually let's move this then back up. Matches view. But it won't match anything now, of course. It won't match anything if there isn't a component. Oh. So I should make all of this optional. Or, here's a good idea. Let's see. What's it? Yeah, views and defined. Okay, so then we can just do contents to string. Good. So now this also works where the file has the X button and you still use X component. And that's a good thing, because maybe people want to write X component either because they want to have a different name, or they want to be a bit more explicit about that this is a component file, and that's fine. So we want to keep that in. Let's see, but this is good. Let's run Composer QA. Let's see if it works. And, you know, I'm just gonna commit already because I reckon it will. I don't think there is there are many problems to worry about. No, okay, this takes a second. That's why I'm already pushing it to oh yeah, I need to open the pull request. So feature view, let's see here, view components by file name. This closes. Okay. So we'll have to let CI run, but this is all fine, so it will be good. What I want to show you. So Enzo, who's one of our core members, he is a front-end pro in a way that I am definitely not. He's like the opposite of me. But he was trying to well, he's rebuilding the docs website basically, and he has sent some clips here. Let me show you. So this is just a header, right? But I'm excited by that. He's playing around, and I don't know if you can see this, but like in dark mode the header changes to some kind of rain stuff, and over here it's more of a windy autumn thing, which is nice. And then he's also working on, look at this, like a search thingy. It's cool, right? It's all front end. I don't understand how it works, but it's so super nice. He likes doing these kinds of things. I'm looking forward to having an updated version of the website here. I guess there's still some work to be done, but I mean I like this site, but there is room for improvement. So yeah, really looking forward to that. Meanwhile, this is going. Yes. Before I forget, I need to go to over here. Hi Dinesh, glad you're joining. Let's see. We need to go to views because we also want to update the docs. Let's see where we want to add all of this views. I see view components. That was views on yeah, blah blah blah. X component automatically be discovered. They must be suffixed with, there's a typo here. They must be suffixed with view.php. On top of that, oh, well, hang on. Once a view is discovered, you can... no, okay. I'll just mention it here. Once a view is discovered, you can use it in any other view, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this component will be automatically discovered. Note that in order for view components to be discovered, it must be suffixed with .view.xml. If you want to, you can also prefix the file name with x dash, in which case the view component's name will be inferred from the file name, and you don't have to use the explicit x component tag anymore. Let's see. This is such a, like, it's such an obvious feature. I don't know why I didn't think of it. This view will be accessible as XSpace. Let's put that here. And let's do it like this. Hello, James. Or James, hello, 38, hello. Glad you're here. So yeah, this is good. Let's commit this. Wonderful commit message, and then Tempest deploy. Oh, I had to merge, push, done, deploy. And so while that is going, now the docs will have been updated without a feature being present, but yeah, okay. Squash, merged, and we're done. That's the first issue. Oh, it's not closed yet. Yeah, now it is. Cool. Let's try to tackle the next one, right? Let's see here. This will be a good one, though I'm not quite sure how to do it yet, but it's also like, it's a pretty neat feature actually. And it's also with view components. So let's just stay there for a second and try to figure out how we'll do this. So Enzo, again, came up with a great idea. Inspired by view, fall through attributes. So what I understand is that, let's say you have like a view component with a button inside. If you then pass a class to, when calling the view component, right, that class is automatically applied on the parent element of the view component, which is a really good feature actually. And this only works for class, style, and ID attributes. So, and that makes sense. That makes sense. So, how are we gonna do this? Let's see, we're gonna write a test for it and then we'll work backwards. So view component test. Something I created yesterday is like this feature where you have, let's say this is a view component, right? Called xTest, and you can access its attributes already. So when you pass class or style or whatever, actually in attributes you can pass whatever you want. You can access that from within the view component, so that's nice. But now we want to kind of do this automatically for attributes, for a specific set of attributes. That's kind of the goal, so that you don't have to write this anymore. So let's actually just copy all of this. And so the first step is, let's say there's just a div here. Like this is the view component, nothing more. And then we have our view component. We have class, style, and ID. Also makes sense. Test. Yeah. And now what we want our HTML, because what it will look now is just the div, right? Because we're not doing anything here, but we want to, like this part, we want to be automatically applied over here. So eventually we want it to look like this, and we'll have to like merge stuff and like we'll have to do more, but this is the first step. So yeah, okay. So this is our failing test, test fall through attributes. And this, it will be like a really nice feature, because this is something you have to do all the time with view components. And so it makes sense that, you know, these three attributes are mapped automatically. Sounds good. How are we going to do that? So I was already thinking a little bit about this. And this is the place where our view component is compiled. And what we have here, let me show you, is this. We have our attributes. We also have our data attributes, by the way, which is better. Class, style, and ID. There could be more attributes here, whatever kind of attributes you pass onto the components, but that's, we might actually automatically apply more. I'm not sure yet, but let's keep class, style, and ID here. And what we want to do is add these to the child slot here. There are a couple of edge cases, because you can also have this, right? And then what should happen? I'm not sure. Maybe we should write a check that this fall through attributes, it only works if there's one element, right? And nothing else. Maybe. We also have to make sure that when there's already class here, that things get merged, right? But okay, that's the second step. The thing is, So how view compiling works is that we basically have a view component here. No, we don't have to wrap it in a string. We have this view component, and remember that's the thing that gets registered via discovery. Like in many cases, it will be anonymous view components, but it could also be a class that implements the view component interface. So it has some contents, which is just a string. There's no DOM available here, and that's kind of the problem, right? It's difficult to I guess we'll have to do it with regex. The thing is, the view component compiles itself as well. So we would this view component content equals, and I don't think, yeah, we cannot do that. And it kind of feels a little bit dirty to do. Yeah, this is like read only, right? So let's say we have this string. We first compile the view component. Let's see where that leads us. So then we have our string basically. Okay, there we can do some regex stuff on. We could make it pretty easy, like not cheating, but we could say something like start with whatever is written here. There can be dashes as well, right? Yeah, start with that, and then we'll have to check whether there's like a, well, there can be anything in between, like so. That's like, this selects the first attribute and like anything you want here, or not. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was just slow. So if we have that, we could parse it as a DOM element. In which case it would probably be easier to add like the class and merge the class stuff. I guess that would be good. We could also just try to do it with regex. But that might not be all that easy. So what we can do is replace regex here. Let's see. We select the first tag. That's a given, and then we replace with a function matches. Let's see. What we could do, like, bear with me for a second. I might be doing this making it way too complicated. But if anyone has ideas, we'll do it. But if we call this like the tag, so this part is the tag. Yeah. So then we could like HTML equals matches 0, and then we'll say we'll append like the closing tag, right? Yeah, like this. Let's see. HTML, please. Okay. Then bear with me. We'll parse it as a DOM. DOM document from, I don't remember the it's HTML document. I don't remember the syntax. Hang on, compiler. I know it's used here. Dumb. Yeah. Oh, I just HTML document. Create from string HTML. Like this. And then okay, we have DOM. And we say child nodes, the first one, right? And then can we do something like element equals, I don't know why it doesn't HTML element. I want some auto completion here. Can we do something like element add get attribute set? Okay, so we could do set attribute class, and then we'll say element get attribute class, and then we'll add this data attributes class. And we only do this if is set this data attributes class. Is set. And then we do the same for style and ID. And then we parse it again as a string and remove the closing tag. And that's what we replace the first like tag with. Sounds like a plan, I think. Let's see what this gives. So how do I now compile it? I need to do element root, no. Owner document save or HTML. I don't know. I don't remember what it was look like. But element factory, this is a place where I did it. Owner, I think it was save HTML, yeah. Owner document save HTML, and then element. This is so weird. You cannot do like a toString on an HTML element. It's so weird. But then we have, and then it saves it as HTML. And it actually didn't make any changes. Hang on. So maybe it will be easier to do it with regex. Apparently, I don't know what set attribute doesn't work. We can get rid of the HTML part actually. Let's see. There is a, I think if we use these parser flags, import. Yeah, okay, so that's good. That's better. Ah, now it did work. Did it work? Yeah, it did. Huh. Okay. Now what we'll do here is we'll say, shall we say array? Yeah. Array of, just to have it a little bit more clean, right? This, and we'll say filter, and then we'll say implode on space toString. If filter is null, the new instance will contain. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so that works. It works. And then we can, and then we say we return. So we do all of this. We wrap it in the string, and we say replace last, and that's the closing tag that we want to remove. And we want to replace it with nothing, basically. Let's refactor this to a variable closing tag. Yeah, and then we, oh yeah, and we need to like change it here as well. Okay, that's a little cleaner. But yeah, let's see what it gives. Assert. It did work though. It did work. So what are the chances that there are like 100 edge cases that I'm missing out on with this approach? And so for each class, style, and ID, because that's the like the S attribute name. Oh, hang on. Do it like this, and we'll say if not is set, we'll continue. We can remove this a little cleaner. Morning, everyone. I just noticed chat. Sorry. Good morning, everyone who's joining. So I wonder how like will it work? It does work, right? That I'm not surprised with. I'm just like, how many edge cases will there be? Like the first thing, import as, oh, I already like clean up. I think it's fine. Love the guard statement. This is set, I suppose you mean? Let's see like how many things break because of this. Oh, there are 3 things that break. Oh, that's unfortunate. Would have been cool if nothing broke. Call to member function save HTML on null. Okay, but that's an easy fix, right? If not DOM. No, because what actually, yeah, so there's no owner document. What if not element owner document? Then I just want to see what's in here. Matches. Let's just dump matches. Of course. See, there are edge cases. So, okay, what's happening here? You know, it's like x my or see x my. Oh no. Yeah. I'm gonna try to explain because it will help me, but I need to like think about how I can explain it. Let's see. Let's dump the this view component here. There are multiple, of course, or not. Okay. Let's also say dump view component, the compiled version of it. Okay, so the view component is my view component. Let's see what it does. Somehow, well, yeah, I mean, during compilation, let's say it like this, view component contents. Oh, it's not, yeah, see, because not everything has contents, right? It's a problem. Because, okay, let me explain. This is the string we start with, and my regex basically fails. And why is that? Because like it stops when it encounters the first closing square bracket, right? No, angle bracket, which is over here because there's some PHP code here, which is part of the compiled version, which is what it should do. That's the problem, basically. No, there's some spam in Twitch chat. Hang on. Can I remove it somehow? I don't know. I actually don't know how to pin reply. That's weird. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Not gonna get distracted. Ignore the spam in Twitch, please. Okay, so I need basically I need to adjust my regex, and this is where I fail. Parsing text with regex, that's notoriously difficult. And yes, this is yeah, I know. I think there is a way to do it with regex, by the way, but it sucks. So the other approach is to parse the whole thing as a DOM, the whole compiled output, though that will make things significantly more like resource heavy, I suppose. On the other hand, well, maybe not. And it's not that big a deal because the whole compilation phase is cached. So, like, let's try it out. I mean, map, not map. Yeah, okay, so we have our, hang on. We have our compiled string here, compiled view component. And the first thing we'll need to do is to XPath. What's XPath? Well, isn't that like, yeah, like selector kind of thing, right? Yeah, but then you need a parsed DOM basically with the new PHP PHP 8.4 what's it called, HTML document here. You actually have like query selector support, so you don't need XPath anymore. You can just write CSS queries, but that doesn't really solve the problem of trying not to parse everything as a DOM. But let's do it. We're going to do it and we'll see where it leads us, right? So compiled view component, and then we'll say DOM, and I'll need to clean this up. Didn't I say that with the last issue as well? And didn't I do that then? So we have a DOM. Okay. Then we get our elements and we do all of this basically. And then we'll say, let's see here. Let's just save the DOM. It is pretty good to have like a DOM available because it makes things like attributes manipulation a lot easier. Okay, let's see what this does. Bar didn't. Oh yeah, but this is another test, right? Let's go back to our fall through attributes test. It did actually work. Oh boy. It did actually work. And then we say like our compiled view component equals this, and then we do the rest of our processing from there. So just for reference, over here, you can element, you can now do query selector and query selector all and just write normal CSS queries. That's the HTML document here, which is new since PHP 8.4. Okay, hang on. So this works. What about? Oh no. You know, like having half of your test suite break is a good thing, because it means that like there's usually just one error that can be fixed. Although I wish there was an error here instead of just failures. Failed asserting that blah 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 contains div internal slots on here. Oh no. Oh no. I know why this happens. I think. Let's see. So the thing with the new HTML document is that it follows the spec, the HTML5 spec, which is good, but also bad, because like not everything is spec compliant. So when you have like self-closing tags, for example, aren't spec compliant. So then it just breaks. So, okay, last ditch effort here, XML, we can also try XML document, create from string, and then we don't need this one anymore. XML fragment is not well formed. Hang on, let's see. Not well formed. No target name in entity. I don't know what that means, but... And then the XML parser has a bunch of different rules. Comment out the failing tests. It works every time. So the XML parser works differently, a little more lenient. But no. Yeah, okay. No, this has nothing to do with. This is unfortunate. So that means, I'm afraid, we're back to regex. Oh. Because like at this point, we don't have a valid HTML document, which is fine because Tempest will continue to compile it into something valid. But we're in the compilation phase here. So either we work around that and try to like magically clean up our HTML file, or the HTML string, so that it actually is spec compliant, which is, I tried this 2 times before. It's not fun. Or we try to parse it as XML, but then there are other errors and that doesn't work, basically. So that means we're back to regex, I'm afraid. Or maybe I should just write a very small parser to like only find these things. That's also possible. I mean, it's just string parsing, right? And this is a very like simple-ish thing. Oh yeah, well, hang on. So let's make sure the thing that fails is, yeah, it's this. So how can we approach it another way? Instead of like saying we try to select like the first tag, we could also say like over here it could be anything, but then at some point there will be /div, and it will be the last element, right? Because it's self-closing. So we could also do something like and then we need to have it multi-line until /div, /div. Does that make sense? No, because we only need this string. Well, we could What do we need to replace? Yeah, we need to replace this part. Yeah, that's why we yeah. Could also do something like this one has to be prepended by either a thingy or a thingy. Would that work? Or no, I should do it like this. Something like this. But then you don't, like, this won't work for div. Maybe we can work around that. Because all of this can be optional. Well, actually, all of this can be optional. I'm not sure why it doesn't match. Ah, no, yeah, because, hang on. It's regex. Let's go. I messed it up. Over here. So this part can be optional. Maybe this works. No, it's just regex. I mean, don't you love it? Isn't this beautiful? Like, who will understand what this does? Basically, like, I'm gonna write a comment. Match the very first opening tag. Opening tag. Okay. One failure. That's better than 3 it was, I think. And which one is it? Attributes in. Okay. And this actually. Yeah. Oh, well, it actually works. It's just regex. This test breaks, and that makes sense because we're now already inserting class automatically. So actually I should have another attribute here. I should x data equals foo and then x data like this. Yeah, and then we'll say x data equals bar, and then we expect x data equals foo and bar. It doesn't work. Hang on. Ooh. Hey, is this? No. Hey, what's the error? I should read my errors instead of just thinking I know what they are. Fail asserting that xdata foo is equal to xdata foo bar. And there is this warning. There was a warning, right? Hang on. Caused by offset does not exist. Yes. Why doesn't it exist? Let's fall through attributes. Let's do it like this. What is our data attributes? What's in there? Let's see. This is just stupid. This is done by the HTML parser. Can you see that? Oh, my face is... So we write xdata, right? And then the XML parser makes it into xdata without the dash and with camel case. Which is... Let's see, map with keys. And we'll say string key. We'll say, what is it named? Case with, it's not camel, it's not snake. Kebab case. This data attributes. Dum. Oh. By the way, I wonder, I actually thought maybe this should be fixed somewhere else, honestly, because let's remove this. Hang on a second. Well, let's see. Where do we get our attributes here? Attributes equals. I already thought we did this. Camel to string. No, we need kebab. Oh no. No, we do it. Oh, forget everything I said. We do it. Because I know why. We're just gonna keep both, honestly. But I will break stuff. We should only do it we turn attributes basically into PHP variables, which is part of, okay, yeah, so we need camel case. I'm so sorry for saying it was the DOM parser's fault. It's totally my fault. Yeah. No, but we need to... Hang on. So we have xdata here. That makes sense. It's camel case. I'm sorry for that. Map with keys. Go away. Like this. And let's dump it out. Now we say string key kebab. string. Yeah, okay. Now it works. Yeah, I think this makes the most sense, honestly. What are you working on? Classic detective and murderer at the same time. I'm working on fallback attributes. And I'm doing that by using regex. And it works. Fallback, fall through attributes. It's inspired by Vue. Basically, if you have a Vue component where you add class, then that class is automatically added to like the child element. Can't see your test output window. Yeah, but it's green. So it's fine. You see the test results here, right? That's it's fine. Let's see what this does. Oh, it's all green. Let's run just the view. Oh, it's all green. Let's run everything. Now, what I wonder about. So we have this, right? We have our view component, which is a basic div. We add class, style, and ID, and they are automatically appended here. Oh, we also need a test fall through attributes, test merged, but it will work. Class is fooey. Style equals font weight bold, and ID shouldn't be merged actually. Other. And then we should expect to see foo test here, and then font weight bold here. But ID will have to change the ID thing. Yeah, because filtering that blah blah blah. So foo test, font weight bold, text declaration, that's fine. But then ID, this is the problem. Other. So let's first fix that because that's an important one. ID shouldn't be merged, which means where are we? View component element, yeah. So attribute name equals ID. We'll say, actually, let's write it a bit more explicitly. So if attribute name equals ID, then we'll not merge anything, and in all other cases we will. So value equals this, and value equals just this. Then we'll set the value and we'll add some named arguments. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that's all pretty nice. Hey, Adrian as well. Code Purium, you're asking, is your app running in Docker? No, it's not. If you do, how did you configure the run debug configuration PHP? So I'm always running it through the container bash. I don't know. I don't use Docker. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's basically the answer. So, what is what are the open, like the open ends still? I'm not sure. There was something and I forgot about it. What did I say like 2 minutes ago? We still need to think about this, and then how do we feel about this? Let's see. So we compile the view component. We need to do this first. There's no way around it. It contains compiled PHP code. There's no way around it. We cannot properly. Well, we can parse the first tag. That should always be fine as DOM, but we cannot compile the whole blob of code as DOM because the DOM compiler fails because it's not spec compliant. So we need to rely on regex, which I wrote the most perfect regex that will never ever fail. This will never fail. And then we replace that first tag, and we do that by parsing it as a DOM element so that we can actually do the attribute stuff, and we can we set it, like we merge everything, or in case of ID we don't, and then we write that back, we replace the last closing tag. It makes sense. And I remember what I wanted, what I wasn't all that happy about, and that's this part over here. The fact that we have to like, the fact that attributes are converted from kebab case to camel case makes sense because we want them available as PHP variables within the view component. That's just part of Tempest. But you also want them available in the attributes data array as normal ones, which we do because we convert them back to kebab case. So it's all fine actually. And this is the only place where this happens. So actually we can do it like this. What is the memory impact on compile? I don't know. I mean, the fastest way to debug that is, well, let's run the. I don't know if this is accurate. You tell me if this is accurate. Let's run the view test suite here, and it used 44 megabytes of memory. Let's disable this part, and then we'll have 2 failing tests. Let's disable all of this. But I don't know if this is accurate. So it's 44, and now it's, where's the memory usage? 44. I don't think this is the, like this is the end memory usage or something. I'm not sure. But like I said before, like view compilation is cached. Also for local development, it will only recompile views that with changes to them. So if you're like working on a specific file or something, then that file will be recompiled, but it's one file. And then you go to the next file, and that one will be recompiled when you refresh the browser, right? So it shouldn't have that big of an impact. And then once it's compiled, like all of this is skipped. So you just end up with a big PHP file that's rendered with like context data. So it is. It should be fine. It should be fine. When I benchmarked it, it was I think a bit faster than Twig and like a couple of milliseconds slower than Blade. So it was good. It was good. There is a live stream about that somewhere, but I can't remember what it was. I like this. I think I do. I wanted to add a comment here still, like attributes are converted to camel case by default for PHP variable usage, but in the context of data attributes, kebab case is good. So yeah, does Tempest View handle Alpine like an Alpine like library that uses colon to bind attributes? Okay, so no, but we do plan on adding HTMX support, maybe also Alpine stuff. But in that case, in theory, it should all work out. I'm saying that in theory because the things that aren't, well, actually, in case of Alpine, I don't know. We need to test that. I'm gonna ignore that question, Karel. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm sure we'll figure it out. Yeah. When do you think Tempest will enter? Tempest will enter full release. Yeah. Well, you know, let me tell you something. We had this this milestone, Alpha 6. This is the last alpha, and then it will be beta, and then it will be 1.0. So my initial plan was, okay, alpha this week, actually, Alpha 6 this week, and then 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, beta, and then a couple of weeks later, 1.0, which would be huge. But then, like, this milestone was done. And then I started playing around with it. And I just noticed, oh, I want to add some more stuff. And I discovered a couple of bugs as well. So I'm going to fix those as well now. So suddenly, like, this was 99% complete. I had to do one more documentation issue. And now it's back to, well, 68% complete. It is what it is. I think, like, not everything here is like critical for 1.0, so I might actually postpone a couple of things. Oh no, we were working on the wrong branch. I'm just gonna create a new branch here. Fall through attributes. I can do this. Like oh, hang on, view component test. I need to commit. Yeah, sure. You know, I'm a regex guru, and I'm also a Git guru. So let's just see, like, I'll rebase this thing and it will all work out fine. Let's see. I don't even remember what I called the branch. Fall through attributes. Rebase main. You are trying to rebase some commits already pushed to a protected branch. No. Hang on. Checkout. I need to, it's the other way around. Rebase fall through on main. We're fine. See? There we go. Push. I think. And now, yeah. No, but git push force with lease. And it works. Right. Let's create a pull request. Feature view fall through attributes closes fall through attributes. The thing is, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared because there might be some edge cases I'm not taking into account. And if there's one thing I've learned from this alpha phase, is that people come up with the weirdest things, but they should work, they make sense. And yeah, it might end up like being quite complex. So I'm a little scared of my beautiful regex, honestly. Where is it? No, over here. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah. That's the only part that can fail, really. Maybe here DOM parsing could fail as well. So let's see what happens, right? I'm not gonna like pre-optimize it. I want it to break. It's better to break now than to like wrap this in a try catch and never be aware of possible bugs. So, but my plan is we might like wrap this in a try catch, and if we aren't able to create the DOM, the HTML document, for example, we'll return the normal, like the original tag, and then it won't like have, like this specific case won't have support for fallback attributes, or there might be we might have to like throw another error to indicate, hey, here is something, some kind of syntax, something you've written that isn't supported with Tempest View. You have to change it. That's a possibility as well, but I'm not going to do that now because I want to like I want to know what happens, and if I wrap this in a try catch, maybe I miss out on some stuff that is actually important. So I'm gonna like have people let people have a play with it, basically. Could you not regex explicitly for open tag plus class plus style plus ID, get them from the matches and merge? No, because there might not be a class and ID field on the original over here, on the original view component. So this is where we're doing our regex match on, right? Here, this is the caller, basically, like the place where the view component is used. So this one has a class, but this one hasn't, and both should work. So yeah, there might not be nothing here. Basically, that's the answer. But good question, Michael. It is a good question. I think if this works out, it's a really cool feature, and it's a huge time saver, actually. So I'm really happy with that. It was Enzo who suggested it, who was inspired by Vue, which is like good validation that if it's in Vue, then, you know, people like it. I'm just gonna merge. But that was interesting. Let's see like how many things break. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go to over here, this window. Let's run Composer up, although I might need to have to update packages. Oh, and that's let's see here, packages, framework. Let's just give it an update. I know you can't see this. It's fine. Is this already the right commit? Let's see. Let's go over here. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so we're already on the latest. Oh. That's so unfortunate. I know why this happens. Oh. So, folks, thanks for watching the stream. No, yeah, okay, we need to fix this. I know this error because like of the highlight package I wrote, and it basically means that we are trying to parse too big a string with regex. So, just to validate that theory, can we I don't remember the JIT stack limit exhausted for inefficient regexes. Yeah, it has to do with might have to do with named capturing groups, actually. Let's try that out. Let's try that out because I mean it needs fixing, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna vendor what's it called over here? I'm gonna framework and then symlink for a second. Oh no, Tempest framework. This window. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. let's see. Let's just write. Oh, now it works. What? No. No, we need this error. Now it doesn't. Ah, you know why? Oh, hang on, var dump. Ah, that's interesting. It's because might have to do with like because my debug function, it closes output buffers, or it flushes output buffers rather. Var dump string. This is weird. Hang on, why? No, now it works. I don't know why. Solution. The main reasons. Oh, hang on. The problem, as you can see, is that your pattern is inefficient. My pattern is not inefficient. You use this kind of sub patterns. This is best way of catastrophic backtracking. It's true. You use this kind of sub patterns too. This might be a good design, except for a backtracking regex engine. You use the U modifier for an unknown reason. Sure. So, okay, basically, the ways to optimize this is to get rid of a couple of things. Let's see here. Let's actually let's dump this out. Oh, no. Ah, it's not failing because it's cached now. Because the view is cached. And we don't want that. It's not because Adrian is back. No. New window, please. Let's disable the view cache. Wait, I'm gonna cache clear. Oh. Yeah, see. Let's just disable it. Isn't there like, don't I have like my .env? Nope. Oh, this is still the very old env. Hang on. Let's copy over this one over here. Yeah, view cache true. Oh no, false. But, huh. Well, this is false. Actually, this view cache might not. Hang on. Tempest view renderer cache. Yes. Let's see. I need this path. It's in vendor. Hang on. Vendor Tempest. This is the cache folder. Yeah, so Adrian, yeah, it was the wrong cache folder. Now it's okay, so now it's not using any cache. I actually don't know. Well, I wasn't able to clear the cache because let's just assume we can reproduce it over here anyway, right? Yeah, this is the error, right? But why does it? Hang on. It's not that regex because we're not running our. This has nothing to. Hang on. It's this reg. Oh. So it's not the view cache. It's the discovery cache. Okay. So, but okay. This is the feature we wrote just in the previous pull request. It has nothing to do. See, my regex was perfect. Go away. This regex isn't perfect. Which read the error message. Thank you, Adrian. I wonder. So let's just say, let's remove this named, yes, named group, right? Let's remove this because this is the biggest part. No, still doesn't work. Let's remove like all named groups as an experiment. Huh. Uh-oh. Huh. Because this actually didn't fail before, right? I didn't change this regex. The only thing I did change was that I converted it to like our string helper match function. Let's see here. Matches equals like this. Okay. So this is the problem. This regex is the problem. So what we should do then is let's just try preg match, the thing we did before, but I don't remember what we did before. So let's see here. View discovery, cover this view component discovery, yeah, and we'll just go to our alpha 5. So this was the regex we did. Okay, and the content was this. Okay, and now it does work. Okay, well, it means that there's something wrong here, which I'm going to ignore. So if we do contents to string, just like this, does it still work? It does, and it's a bit slow now because I've disabled all caches. Let's enable that actually. Cache null. Cache, I don't know, status. I think it went partial. Oh no, it's discovery cache that should be partial. Discovery cache. Discovery generate anyway. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, but I mean, this is not too bad a fix. I mean, I can live with that. I can live with that. Let's see, static generate, yes. Clean. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let's push that as like a fix. Let's go to main, new branch, fix regex timeout. I don't really know like what's the difference here, and I will have to look into it at some point, because like this just does. Oh no, it doesn't call preg. Yeah, this is like our regex wrappers. I didn't think it did much, but maybe there are some issues there still. Yeah, we need to look into that. I'll take a mental note and then probably forget about it. So yeah, we can commit this and then we'll PR this as well. Remember how I said that I wanted to do like 5 issues and I did 2? Fix. What is view regex timeout? Let's go. Well, actually, let's update the branch. And meanwhile, I will make an issue for it. Regex performance issues when using our wrapper. Run into view component discovery. Ah yeah, I can just like show the diff. I ran into an issue where using our regex wrappers caused a JIT, a regex JIT overflow using PHP's built-in regex functions. Function worked fine. Here's the PR. Shows the diff. Support. We don't have like, okay, let's say core bug pre, maybe pre 1.0. Yeah. Okay. And now we have to wait for QA again. And then, well, it was good of me like to try it out, right? Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Then we're gonna update Tempest PHP once more, and this can be here. Okay, yeah, it will take a second. But this was like really good. I also need to remember to update the docs. Actually, I might do that right now. While we're waiting, docs. Ah, hang on. Okay. Views, and then let's see, view components, somewhere around here. I also mentioned attributes somewhere. Or didn't I? No, I haven't. Slots. Named slots. Dynamic slots. are over here. Named slots, view inheritance and inclusion. It should go here. Named slots, dynamic slots. Let's write some docs. Oh yeah, named slots, or no, dynamic slots. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's scroll down. Dynamic slots, and then over here. There are two things we want to document: attributes, dynamic attributes, and we also want to document fall through attributes. See what I wrote here. Within a view component, there will always be. Yeah, I can just copy this. Within a view component, there will besides slots, there will also be a variable called attributes in every view component. This is something I wrote yesterday, just forgot to document it, which allows you to dynamically access the attributes that were passed to a view component. Note that only data attributes will be accessible. Expression attributes will not. Also, attribute names will always be written as kebab case. I feel that's important. Did you know that you can stop a regex, Adrian? I didn't know. Tell me about it. Meanwhile, I'll write my docs here. X component, X with attributes. I don't know. Oh, and it's not PHP, it's HTML. And then we'll say div data x data equals custom. And then we'll do attributes x data like this. Then when we say x with attributes like this, and we say x data equals 2, then we'll eventually have a div with custom 2, like so. Those are attributes. Fall through attributes. Adrian sent me a link to skip fail in PCR. Early returns in regex. What I want to ignore, skip fail, what I want to match. Now ignore. Wow. Oh, no. This is really interesting, but I'm not going to go into the rabbit hole now. But thanks for sharing that, Adrian. That might be super helpful in the future. Actually, let's properly write comments here. And then fall through attributes. There are a handful of special attributes that will. Oh, okay, sure. That will always 5-year-old post. Okay, yeah. But thanks, Adrian. There are a handful of special attributes that will always be merged within the view component's first element, root element. Let's say it like this. class, style, and ID. I'm just going to give an example. With fall through attributes. Then we'll write it like this. Class equals foo, style equals background red, ID equals bar, right? Which will generate div with all of this. Okay. Note that class and style attributes will be merged together, while ID attribute will override any original value defined in the view component. This is like a really nice feature. I really hope that it just works, you know. That would be nice. Class bar ID original override text decoration underline, and then the result will be class bar env text decoration underline and background red, and the ID will be override without any typos. And that is it. Oh yeah, I need to hang on. This is HTML, not PHP. All right, so that's done as well. Let's commit. Yep. Oh no, I need to composer up. Oh, did I merge? No, I didn't. Then it won't work. Yeah. Let's see. 2E, is that? Yeah, okay. Good, and then we'll say deploy. Oh no, we push. And we deploy. And I hope this works. If this works, then we're fine. Well, we're fine with for the Tempest website, of course, but because it's gonna generate all pages statically. So that's nice. If the deploy command works, we're good. Very, very nice. So, that's unfortunate. Let's see here. Tempest tail. What is the problem? Class meta type not found. You know, this might actually be why doesn't that break locally? It does break, okay. And I know why. No, I don't know why. Huh. Hang on. Just as a quick fix, right? Yeah, okay. Oh. I think we already like discovered our first edge case. Oh. Oh no. So yeah, this is our edge case. So what I'm gonna do is go back to this commit. Does this work? I actually don't know. Let's see. It's the wrong syntax. Composer require commit. Specific commit. No, it's a hashtag. Okay. Nothing to worry about. Commit. Push. Turns out my regex doesn't do what it should do. Like, makes total sense, right? If you get this, where's my regex 101? I mean, let's just paste everything here and we'll see the problem in like immediately, is my guess. Tempest. Where's my beautiful regex that will never fail? View component element. Let's go to main. Oh. Yeah. And like my this gets stripped somehow. I don't know. What if I do it like this? Uh-oh. Let's first check whether Tempest works again. Uh-oh. Disaster. This is something probably unrelated, actually. What is the problem here? Huh. It looks like a CSS file not loading, but is it for all the blog posts? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, multi-line. Yeah, I know that's, but first I need to fix this. What is happening here? Response. No. Uh-oh. I actually don't know when this broke. Okay, so what I'm... Oh, there's no stress at all. Tempest. Tempest PHP. Oh no, Tempest docs. No stress at all. So, I'll go back here. I need this commit. I go to composer.log. And I want... I don't know how to do this. Oh yeah, history. I need this one. Composer log. But show me the whole file, please. Not browse repository at this point. Yeah, sure. Composer log. copy this. Let's see if this works. Composer.log. Now we say composer install. Yes, and this is because I'm basically breaking things, but that should be okay. So what we're gonna do is not panic. We're gonna commit this. Well, we're gonna push it. We're gonna deploy again, but deploy might fail because of the caching issue. If that is the case, I just have to remove the cache, but apparently it doesn't. Composer dump. Okay. That's fine. Yes. Let's go to Tempest, blog. Okay. And now I'm going to eat and forget about all of this. No, but it's fine. I'll fix it. Yeah, this is just part of the game. But apparently there were some edge cases which I now have to solve. But good. I mean, it's better to like catch them now. But yeah, that will probably be a weekend project. So thank you. I was like, honestly, I thought this would be like a chill stream, like super easy features to add, no problem at all. Apparently not. But it was good. I mean, we made progress. When I get this to work, it will be really nice. Just have to fine tune the regex a little bit, and then will be good. So, folks, thanks for being here. It was a joy, and well, yeah, thanks for indulging me, watching me struggle. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see each other next time. Okay, bye bye.